So I received an email from a sister who mentioned that, she's looking to get married to a brother, and before she found this brother, she used to do a lot of haram in her life, and she said she did a lot of dirty things. And then she started practicing, she made tawbah, she fixed her life. Now she's found this brother, but she was saying that, she used to be in a relationship when she was not practicing with a guy, and she obviously, did stuff with him, and that guy took pictures and he spread them around. So she was saying that, her past and stuff is out there. And now she's got this new brother, she wants to marry him, she's changed her life and everything, before the brother, of course. But she was asking if she should tell him about her past, because she's worried that he might find out.
I want to share a story with you. A story of Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And this story of Umar al-Khattab, it's a very, very brilliant story, very, very relevant story to what we're living through today. And that is the story in which a man came to Umar al-Khattab. He said, I have a daughter. She was in Jahiliyyah, in ignorant times. And during these ignorant times, she ended up having a child outside of marriage. And then she tried to kill herself because she was regretful and remorseful about what happened. And then what happened? I ended up saving her life. She took a knife, tried to slit herself to death. I ended up saving her life by the leave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and now she's of age for marriage, and men are coming to me and they are saying we would like to get married to her. Should I tell them those things that she'd done in the past? Umar ibn al-Khattab became enraged. He said, how do you أَتَعْمِدُ إِلَى سِتْرٍ? How do you end up going to a cover, a veil that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed upon a person, and then go and uncover it? Even though Allah is the one that's placed it, He wants these things to be covered, and you go and try to reveal it to people, don't do it. He goes so far and he says, Umar ibn Khattab, out of his anger, and we all know Umar ibn Khattab, every time his sword is right there. So he says that if you end up doing it, then I'll make you nakalan li ahli al-amsar. I'll make you an example for all of the people that are in all countries across the world. As in, do not uncover and unveil the sins of the people in the past. And this is from justice. When you end up losing that direction of justice, then you end up saying things about people of their past. Someone's left their past. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that will either reward him, or He's the one that will take him to account for his past. He has sought forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and fixed his relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then who are we to come in the middle of him and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and say, well, you did and you used to and this and that? No. People make tawbah, we don't unveil them. And another phenomenon in our times is that people unveil themselves. They'll come out on TV and say, I used to be like this and I used to be like that and this and that, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided me, right? These are not things that are to be said. If you have committed a sin, then you hide those sins, you protect those sins.
The Prophet ﷺ told us that the people who do sins, then they expose their sin, they make it public, will be people who are not forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A sin that you did is private between you and Allah. There's no need for anyone to ever know. The answer to this, very simply, no.
Because there's the psychology of the male has this jealousy, this ghira that we have. It's built in our fitrah. It's very difficult for him to accept that. He will bring it up against you, and he shouldn't. He's not justified because you made tawbah. But he will bring it up 2-3 years from now. You misbehave or something. He sees you looking at someone, or by mistake you do something that doesn't fit his agenda. He will bring it up against you, and it's not fair because Allah doesn't bring it up against you. But He will bring it up against you, and He will hurt you, and He will say things to you that will destroy the relation. Problem is obviously with women that they have the issue of virginity. In some cultures even, they demand to see the sheets, the blood on the sheets, subhanAllah. I don't believe that showing the sheets is a correct practice, not from the sunnah. I believe it is something degrading actually, and very embarrassing to show the blood. A lot of people don't understand that. Not all women bleed on the night of their marriage, subhanAllah. What if the guy is not so big and he won't make her bleed? What if? What will you say? She's gonna get punished? This is the jahil type of behavior. I'm sorry if I'm offending any culture. That can happen in many, many instances. I have a couple that, subhanAllah, the guy went out of his way and cut himself to bleed on the sheets to protect